Hey folks, a lot of questions people ask about, hey, I don't get any heat or it's not hot enough in my car. This, one of the things you have to check is after the car's nice and hot and running, okay, your radiator hose temperature, if you hold it or touch it because it's hot, should be the same temperature as your heater hoses. Okay, there's one that goes in and then one that comes out. They should both be the same temperature. Okay, this is running for a bit. All right, it's hot. Okay, they both should be the same temperature in and out. Okay, that's the way it works. The hot water goes in. It looks like a little radiator, and the blower blows it, and it takes the heat away, and it should come out. Okay, if you have one of these hoses, well, I can't tell which one is in and which one's out, but one of them should be hot. One of them should be the same temperature or just a little bit cooler. Okay, but if one of them is cold or warm to the touch and the other one is hot as anything, could be several things. Could be that your little heater core is clogged and it's not allowing hot water to flow, or you have air trapped in the system and the air is not being pushed out. Either the heater core is clogged, maybe it's got air in it, but either way, hot water is not flowing in and it's not flowing back out. So those are the things that you have to check. But yes, one of the easiest things to check when you have no heat, the first thing you do is make sure that the two hoses that are going through your firewall for heat is hot. Okay, it has to be the same temperature as your radiator hose or your radiator, but you don't want to touch that. Don't burn yourself. All right, and that's the way it works. Okay, if you look at the bottom radiator hose, all right, the whole idea is the hot water comes here, gets cooled off, and then gets sucked back into the engine a lot cooler. The temperature is lower than the one that comes in. All right, but for heat, it comes out. If you notice, look at this hose here. See it? It's actually almost connected to the cylinder head for the hot one. So this one should be just as hot as here. And look where the bottom one is. The bottom one is attached to where the lower hose goes. Okay, so this is the cooler hose that's going back in there. All right, that's all. Just a quick little thing about heat. Okay, so basically, like I said, two hoses should be nice and hot, going in and out. If not, then you either have a clogged heater core or you have air in the system. Okay, you have air in the system, you have to bleed it out. Sometimes you have to force the air out. What you can do is you could disconnect the hose and manually pour in some antifreeze this way, that way, until you fill up that little gap with air and plug it back in. Otherwise, you need to run it, rev it up with the cap off, and let all the air come out. Because if you put the cap on, where's the air going to go? Okay, you need to run this, keep it a little lower, because of course, when it gets hot, the water rises up. So keep it down low, and if you look at it, you can see all the little air bubbles start to escape. Okay, of course, now if it's hot on both sides and you don't have heat, then you have other problems that are inside the car. With the blend door, maybe it's opened and it's not closing the cold air and not opening the hot air. All right, so there's a door. It's called the blend door. There's a lot of other things, but we're not going to get into that. We're just basically, first thing you got to check, hot antifreeze or coolant going in and out of the heater core. That's it. Thanks for watching. Ciao.